can make ice cream, although I only did it once. There were 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Something happened when there was 1. A little girl, standing by herself. I was no longer myself, and I stopped singing. My stomach opened, and there was ice cream. I couldn't move, at least, not until she stepped closer. There was screaming for a moment, but only for a moment. Then other children rushed in again, but they couldn't hear her over the sounds of their own excitement. I still hear her sometimes. Why did that happen?
Hey everyone, welcome to Theory Thursday, the show where I create theories that can be half proven about, well, anything, really. Let's talk Sister Location, Scott Cawthon's newest installment to the Fnaf franchise, and I must say, probably one of the best games in the series. Seriously, there's so many more mechanics added to the game than just staring at cameras, closing doors, flashing lights, and putting on a Freddy Fazbear mask every time you see a wild Chica or Bonnie or something. Oh, yeah, and don't forget to wind up the music box. Easter eggs in the past 5 games, including FNAF World, have been completely weird and random, and surprisingly, that doesn't change in terms of Sister Location. It's also pretty clear that the endings of all the games are the most interesting parts. FNAF 3, Purple Guy gets killed by a spring-trap suit. Five Nights 4, Crying Child gets a contagious bite by a yellow Freddy suit. FNAF World, the creator of the animatronics gets killed by one of his creations. And again, Sister Location doesn't change, and it gives us some really juicy information about the game, or just completely confuses half of us. Seriously, I would have thought the real ending would be the fake ending, and the fake ending would be the real ending. It doesn't make sense. But today, we will make some sense. First things first, let's talk about what you watched for the first minute in the video. You were watching the completion of the cupcake minigame, the one that you must complete in order to reach the fake ending. You saw that Circus Baby had given out cupcakes to multiple children, but then gets an ice cream when every child is fed. However, going right back to the beginning of the game, makes a girl appear and walk over to Baby for the ice cream, but as soon as she gets near, Baby opens up her endo-skeleton and eats the girl whole. However, what you hear in the game isn't what you heard when I played it to you. What you heard is a part of Baby's commentary, talking to you about a story that happened, that lines up perfectly with this minigame. A girl walks up to her, she grabs the ice cream, then Baby doesn't feel the same anymore. Why not? Probably because the girl's soul is now in her body, controlling her. But also, note the change in eye colour. In the minigame she has blue eyes, but straight afterwards they go green, and they're green for the rest of the game. However, something weird that kinda lines up with this theory about a child's dead body being stuffed in the suits is this little Easter egg a guy named PopGoes found. Here is the blueprint in the game that shows Funtime Freddy, but in his stomach you see 2 legs? A body? It's weird because this part of Freddy's body is called the storage tank, and it's right next to the voice mimic or luring. If Baby had this too, then this theory could hold pretty solid. But something we haven't exactly talked about yet is who the little girl is, and possibly if she is related to us, the character that we play as. Something that has been bothering me since the release of Sister Location is the fact that the voice acting in this game is way more developed than just a phone guy, meaning we can really dive deep into the lore. We have 3 main voice actors, one for Heny, one for a little girl every night, and the last for supposedly Baby. But what is interesting is what the little girl says every night, and how when it is all put together, it makes just a little story.
Daddy, why won't you let me play with her? Daddy, you let the other children go see her. Why won't you let me go? Daddy, just once let me go play with her. She's so pretty and shiny. Didn't you make her just for me? Daddy, she can make balloons. Have you seen her make balloons? Oh, Daddy, let me go to her. Daddy isn't watching.
This little girl can see an animatronic that can make balloons and says that she is pretty and shiny. She goes up to her while her father, the creator of the animatronics, isn't watching. And then what happens? Well, if this is the little girl we've been talking about so far, it's pretty obvious. She gets an ice cream from Baby and then gets lured into her storage tank. It's a very interesting story and can mean quite a lot actually. And in just those 10 sentences, a lot has been given away. She is the daughter of the creator of the animatronics. Who is that, you might ask? William Afton, co-owner with Heny of the Freddy Fazbear pizzeria and creator of the animatronics. This is from the book Silver Eyes. But how do we know that the book is canon to Sister Location? Well, that's pretty easy. At the beginning, when you first run the game, you hear William Afton's name being said. And Scott Cawthon even said so himself, that the whole game is canon to the book. So, the big question, who are you? It's clear that you're related in some way to these characters, otherwise you wouldn't hear the commentary of this girl. And I would like to say that the evidence all points to it being William Afton himself. Why? Let's look at the evidence. First of all, in the book, it is revealed that William is the purple guy. And who do you see looking at you in the mirror in the real ending? A guy with purple eyes. Maybe purple skin as well, you don't know. Point number 2. The girl addresses you as Daddy, and that's all you hear, almost haunting you. So that must mean that you are the dad. Point number 3. On night 4, you're in a spring lock suit, supposedly Springtrap, which lines up to the purple guy jumping into a Springtrap suit in Five Nights 3. But you may have already pointed out I'm just going way too far with this theory, and I'm overlooking some crucial details. For example, if you're the purple guy in Nights 3, why don't you die in this Springtrap suit in Sister Location when you actually died in Fnaf 3? Or if you die in the real ending of Sister Location, but you also died in Fnaf 3, then how have you died twice? It's weird, because although there's a lot of evidence suggesting you are the purple guy, there's even more evidence suggesting that you are not. So that's why I'm going to leave it there for today, and make you all wait a whole entire week to see who you actually are and what the real law is for Sister Location. So I'm going to leave it there for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe. All you have to do is click on the exotic buttons. I know, they're exotic. Exotic butters. Exotic butters. Ah, I love exotic butters. Do you? Don't you? Don't you? Eggs Benedict. They all seem to be foods. I don't know why. What, like casual bongos? I should stop talking. Goodbye.